Hello everyone, welcome to Cricket and Corky's Clubhouse, coming at you with another unboxing video. Again, we are continuing this spring summer trend of expanding the clubhouse. So we're looking at other different types of electronic dolls and toys from the yesteryear, usually between like the 60s to the 80s, but we've had a few in between that aren't in those categories. So this is going to be another new one for me. I've not seen this one in person at all. I know they're notorious for not working, so don't have high hopes, but hey, you know, sometimes that flips around the other way. So this is an older one. It's one I actually had never even heard of until, if you ever watch Stevie Aaron's videos on YouTube, he does a lot of TikTok now. He was working on one he got, and I just fell in love. It had the cutest little face, and I thought it was so interesting. But also, they're rare, they're not that cheap, and they're hard to fix. Well, I don't know, maybe hard to fix, I don't know. But anyway, I got this one because I've never seen one in person, and I wanted to see what I thought and see if this thing works. So this is, goodness, it is wobbly. Well, it's just packed in there. Crazy. Move the box here. Sorry about another angle. I'm working on some Jills, and they're taking up my middle table here. Anyway, this is a 1967 Tubsy from Ideal. So this was considered a water doll. So this outfit obviously isn't original to this doll. She came with a little like diapery thing, I think, and a little bath towel. And basically, you put her in water. She had a little tub, and you would set her in the water, and she would splash. So she was loud and moved her arms around and shook her head. So, yeah, I just thought, you know, she'd be really cute to see. So she has these little tiny little microscopic teeth down here that are hard to see. And this one's hair is like uber fried, like, I mean, super duper fried. It is crispy. It's like hay, pine straw, which is interesting coming from an Ideal doll, because Ideal doll usually they have good hair. So that's gonna take some holy water. Oh no, crispy. But anyway, so I got her fully dressed here. I don't want to like pull her arms up because I don't know how far they go. Oh, this might actually be her original diaper because it's plastic on the inside. I'm not 100% sure. It seems big for what she is. Let's see if I can try to remove it. It is, ugh. You know how like the old plastic, we've talked about how it, you know, breaks down. This it could be, I don't know, I have to research, but oh, here's a tag. This will tell us more. Maybe. Machine wash, warm water. I don't know, but this is it's plastic on the inside, like a lining, you know. And it's clear plastic, but it is sticky because that plastic is breaking down, so it's getting greasy and sticky from like the plasticizer. And because of that, it is all over Tubsy. Tubsy is just sticky gross. But we're gonna see if we can see what she does. Anyway, she sits in the water, not all the way, just like a little bit. It's enough to activate her to splash. And the water was able to fill in, obviously, down below. It would get in the cracks, but also it would fill in, it could go in her feet. So that would drain out from those holes. Now, looks like, so this is, see, this is water line. So I guess the water went up to here. I have no clue what I'm looking at this point. It looks like someone tried to tape it shut at one point. So there's a lot of tape lining. We're gonna see how, I don't even know how you open this. All right, so there's that. So this is good. To open, squeeze in on outer rim. Okay. Not 100% sure. I want you to squeeze, but you can't really get your hand in there. And also, as we just talked about, the plastic is not the plastic it was in 1967. So I don't want to squeeze too much. Let's see if I can like wedge it. Anyway, somewhere in here, this is where the batteries go. Oh, I think I got it to move a little bit there. No, it's moving just a little bit, but it's not opening. And I'm using a box knife, but I am using the non-sharp side, so no fear. No fear. No. Squeeze. Looks like plenty of people have tried to open her. I guess it's good because this is the part I think that is missing a lot of times. I don't know if that whole thing is supposed to come out. It looks like it's just this little plastic part. Here we go. Let's see. The last thing I want to do is tear her up. I mean, that thing is in there. Might take some research to figure her out. Because I'm pretty sure this whole case stays in there. And I think that's where the batteries go. But the reason that it is so hard to open is because I think it's supposed to be airtight. Which would make sense if you put her in the water. Well, Tubsy, I'm happy you have this, but don't know how to get it out. Might have to do a follow-up video because I don't think I have anything else in here that'll help me get this out, and I don't want to tear it up. Definitely, there is no squeezing. I wonder if you can like press on it. If that helps. The plastic is so old, yeah. I don't want to tear it up. So we're gonna leave Miss Tubsy here for now, and what I'll do is just make a part 2 video that will. Ugh, she's so greasy. I'll make a part 2 video showing the inside of her, and we'll see if she actually works. So stay tuned. Hello everyone, Cricket and Corky's Clubhouse coming at you with another unboxing video. But this one's kind of more of a part 2 continuation of the previous video, so I probably will post them back to back. The previous video was the one about the 1967 Ideal Tubsy, and I opened her up and introduced her, and she was in really rough shape, and I had to stop because I couldn't figure out how to open her compartment. So I wanted to continue on with that one, and then we're going to open this because it's kind of funny how this works out. So here's the little piece that came off. It's like, again, it's supposed to be like a seal, you know, so the batteries stay sealed up in there, so it's rubbery still. Yeah, Tubsy didn't work, so put batteries in and couldn't get it to work. She did have rust down in there, so I'm going to have to work on that. But I thought we could look at her. I went ahead and took her apart because I wanted to go ahead and start working on her because that's just how I go. Here's her head. And just so you can see the parts inside of Tubsy, so she just kind of rocks back and forth on this mechanism. She's actually in much worse shape than I thought. I don't even know if her hair is going to be salvageable. Like, it's after like digging around, there's like clumps that aren't there. You can see where all like the holes are. Some of these may have not had hair because they miss whole sections, but I don't know. It's a lot, and it's super duper crispy. Also, I found out if you look way down in there, you can kind of see teeth, but apparently the teeth have broken off. She's supposed to have bigger teeth like Chatty Cathy, so that's just the little broken off remnant of where the teeth used to be. So, she's not doing so well. Not as feeling hopeful with her, but I'm going to keep working. And then here is her inside. So once I got that piece out, there is the little battery terminal, which takes 2 D batteries, but there's rust all over that one. So I went in and opened her because I wanted to see if there was more rust. Luckily there's not, but what an interesting little inside. So first off, her legs are just flanged rubber legs, but her arms have these crazy little pick pieces here, and those, when they lay in here, are supposed to connect onto this little gear here, so they spin, and that's what makes her arms move up and down. But this is the back side of the battery terminal. This little thing here, this is the little floater, so you know, you set her in the water and she fills up a little bit. That's like, it's almost like one of those things in the toilet, you know, when the little plunger fills up, it stops. So this one, when the water fills up, it just lightly touches that and it makes a connection and starts Tubsy. And then when you pull Tubsy out and the water drains, she turns off. She has a very simple little battery pack here. Battery pack is just literally a plastic coating here with these 2 wires that go up into her motor. Her motor is all plastic gears, probably because, you know, they knew she was going to be in the water, but it is in a metal casing. And then way back there is the little motor. So, anyway, when she comes to life, all these turn and make her arms move, and then up top there's like this, so you can show it, there's like this little swivel, and that's where the head places and makes the head move. I'm not turning it upside down because I learned the hard way. This whole thing is just sitting there. It completely comes out. So luckily nothing broke, but it definitely started to swing. So yeah, that is Tubsy. She's going to be a lot of work. But the reason I wanted to, yeah, I just barely touched that. I can fix it. The reason I wanted to go ahead and show this, another unboxing, because this is really totally funny how things work out. So, you know me, I never just get one of something, especially new, because I want to explore and tear it apart, and I don't want to feel as nervous about tearing something up or looking into it if, you know, I have an extra. Just, I don't know, psychologically it makes me feel better. So, actually, this is another Tubsy. So, how weird that they came in on the same day, because this one has been in the mail for a long time. It came all far away from Canada. So this one has been, you know, didn't even track this one because it was Canadian Post for so long. But it just happened to came the same day that this little Tubsy crispy fried came. So, here's fingers crossed. Here's hoping that this Tubsy is in better condition. But hopefully, between the 2 of them, I can get one of them working, if not both. But let's see what we got. Again, haven't looked at this one, haven't opened it. That other Tubsy was the first Tubsy that I've seen. So this most likely will be the only other Tubsy, because again, they're not crazy expensive, but they are. So I was lucky and found these for like a decent price, but they still weren't super duper cheap. All right, so this Tubsy, pull that down, not knock the camera over. She's wrapped really well. So she also doesn't come with anything original. Tubsy really didn't have much other than a little like diaper, and she had this really cool little towel though that would go up over her head. I would love to find one of those one day. And then of course the tub, which is also really hard to find. All right, she's not wrapped too crazy, and I am happy to say that she has teeth. Aha. But it looks like, I was talking with my friend Stevie Aaron, he said there's 2 different versions. I guess those first versions with the plastic teeth, they were breaking off too easy, so this is a painted version. Boo. But at least it's cute and there's teeth. She has this interesting little outfit on. I like the little hat, but I'm hoping that this one is in better condition. She already looks like she's a lot better than the other one. Let's pull off her little hat. The other one had all bonnet. Okay, yeah, her hair is, it's dry, but it's not fried like that other one. This is 100% manageable. This is a good opportunity, though, to see, like, if, yeah, see, this one has all her hair. It's super duper fine. Like, it's really, really fine, but as you see, it's all there. So, oh, she's shedding. So yeah, so okay, this one is workable. All right, her eyes do close. I mean, I don't know if they'll show up or not, but like, just the hair difference here is just insane. This is so dry and crispy, and this one is too, but at least there is hair to work with. So, all right, pull off this little skirt thing. She has on little leggings. Again, I don't think these are original. She's not sticky, so that's good. She has her back. It says Waterline again. Oh, this one has a sticker. Wow. Tubsy switch may be reset by pressing down a few times on tabs at bottom of cover. Batteries must be fresh and correctly inserted. And that's in French because, again, she came from Canada. Haha. Yeah, already big differences here. The other Tubsy didn't have a latch. This one has a little latch. And look at this. The other one was white and this one is clear. Same situation though. This one feels not as loose. It was really difficult to get that other one out. I ended up having to get one of these like screwdrivers to like wedge down in there, and it still was difficult to pull out. So this whole, you know, press, because I think you're supposed to like press it and it's supposed to open up, but that is just not the case. I mean, I get it because it needed to be, oh, this one came off so much easier. It needed to be waterproof. Wowza. I'm sorry I'm sniffing again so much. The pollen is back and my allergies are acting crazy. Anyway, I'm happy to say that is magically clean on the inside. I mean, there is not a single bit of corrosion. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and still wipe everything down with alcohol, just because, again, that residue, if Tubsy just hits her face down into the table. These are, I think we've talked about these before. I use these every once in a while. They're more expensive because they're long with a stick, but I'm finding I'm having to use them for Tubsy because her terminals are so far down there. Regular Q-tip is hard to reach. So just going to give these a wipe. Hope for the best. Lay her down again. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this as well because even though they're shiny, I can't believe it. It's like almost like she never was played with. Like as far as bathing. I mean, there is not a speck of any kind of corrosion or rust, and it's actually, everything is still like super shiny, like brand new shiny. Weird, right? Okay. I don't know if I can actually test her. Because now that I've taken her apart, you know, you have this plunger, right? So I can't get to this plunger because it's inside of her body. Yeah, and it's facing forward, and I guess I could try to set her in water. I don't really want to do that, but might be what has to happen. Hopefully I get both of these working. That would be the ideal thing. Yeah, this one is just leaps and bounds better. And I don't know if it's because she was from Canada or she's just in better condition, but she is definitely pristine on the inside. Now the other one told me about the batteries. This one doesn't say anything. Like as far as like how to insert them. The other one had it just kind of etched on there. And I'm assuming it matters. I know the other one was that way, so I guess we could try it. Again, I don't think she's going to come on because there's no water. These batteries kind of stick up really far too. You know, I think it's the opposite way. I think this going here because there's like a little hole. Oh, it still sticks up like crazy. There it goes. Kinda. What a complex little creature this is, right? I was hoping I could just hold this down. But again, there's not an on-off switch other than that plunger. So odds are I'm gonna have to take her apart. I think that actually just went on back in. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to she's made exactly the same. Let's see. I didn't bring her legs in here, but yeah, she's got the little holes. Little Tubsy. Now, like, see, this is why I get another one. It's just because it helps me, like, when I haven't ever seen one, I don't really know what I'm up against, versus now that I've opened one and I see a second one, I can see the differences and see what is broken, what's not. Like this is the water line, exactly the same, except this one is missing this part, and now that I see it on here, I can literally see where it broke off. Before I had to pry it out, but I can see that it had this part here. It's got both the other pegs. So, all right. Well, again, I was hoping for something. I guess we're gonna have to make a part 3 at some point, where I can actually set her in water. I guess because I'm scared to do that because again with the water line, but I guess I could try it at some point. This other one, I have some rust removal on right now, so I'm hoping I can get that terminal working as well. And who knows, maybe I can get both of them working. That would be amazing. But anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. This is a very different kind of mechanical toy. I mean, it's, how many of those do you put in water, right? Like, what a weird concept that you actually, they want you to put this electrical, battery-operated mechanical doll in water. But she's very fascinating. So thank you again. Shout out to Stevie Aaron. He has led me to discovering yet another mechanical doll because he works on all of them. But I'm hoping that we can get Miss Tubsy here doing her thing. Her eyes are a little sticky. She had her eyes closed. But stay tuned for part 3, and until then, I'll be talking to you. All right, I set her in water, hoping maybe she would turn on, but she did not. She's just chilling. How scary to have batteries in the water.